Hi friends, welcome and or welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley if this is your first time here, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. We are getting into a weekly writing vlog. One of my goals for 2025 is to show more of my writing and to talk more about where I am, what I'm going through, and yeah, I figured now is the best time to start doing these vlogs. I am in my 5th and final developmental drafting stage. That is so crazy to think about. I am on deadline to have this draft finished by April 1st, which is when it's due to my editor. And your girl is procrastinating. At the present moment, my book is 34 chapters and I have edited 4 of those chapters and I have 4 weeks to get the rest of them done. And I know like editing 30 chapters may sound like not a hard thing to do or a long thing to do, but it's not easy. And I still have chapters that needs to be added. A lot of things are happening very quickly. I am on my Instagram going to be announcing the title of my book this month. You can follow me on Instagram. I'll put it here. And then I am also going to be working with my cover artist and finalizing what my cover is going to look like. The things with my website and stuff, I'll be working with my PA to get all of that stuff set up and hopefully be launching my newsletter either this month or early next month. So just a lot of stuff going on, and I want to make sure that I am documenting this process and taking you all along for the ride. And if you haven't noticed, a lot of my like reading content or like my weekly posts have been very much geared toward like lists and things that like books that I enjoyed reading, not really current reads because I don't have the capacity to read at this point. I'm very much so like trying to stay focused on writing, and it's very hard for me to get into a book, especially because I know I'm on deadline. So anytime I pick up a book to read, I just feel guilty at this point. So the next couple weeks may be writing vlogs, and hopefully you all are down for that and enjoy what this content may bring. So today is Friday. I am on my last break for work, and then once I'm off, I have a little bit of time to like get ready. I have a meeting with my author assistant today to talk about how I want to do the reveals and prove some things for my landing page and all that stuff. So I do have that meeting today, and then I'm hoping that tonight at some point I get writing done. I am really hoping that I can use this weekend to like kick my editing into gear, because although my draft is due to the editor April 1st, I would realistically like to have it done by the first week of March so that I could get a couple more eyes on it, just to make sure that all the changes that I make makes sense with the story and adds what I'm trying to achieve. So I'm trying to prepare myself both ways, like take the next 3 weeks and smash out this draft, or take the next 7 weeks and take my time getting through it and trust myself and send it to the editor without other eyes going on it. So yeah, I'm hoping that I get some breakthroughs done this weekend. Today is Valentine's Day, and I think my husband and I have collectively agreed that we're just not gonna deal with the crowds and try to go out and do anything. I feel like this may be a chill weekend, like the first chill weekend that we've had in a while, and hopefully I can get a lot of writing done. So I will be with you all once I have another update, which will probably be after my author assistant meeting, and maybe I will get some writing done this afternoon. Fingers crossed. I'm long overdue for that, but it's a weekly vlog, so anything can happen. I'll see you all in my next update. Okay, it is a new day and I am working on getting some writing done. I did write a little bit this morning. Now everybody's kind of like in their own room doing their own thing, so I decided to see if I could get some more words before we went to lunch for my husband's birthday, which is today. Last night I didn't get any like writing done because I was just tired, and that has pretty much been my issue anytime it comes to writing anything. Just exhausted by the end of the day, really. But even though I didn't get words done in the book, I did get like book stuff done because I was meeting with my assistant and we talked about different launch stuff and just different things that are happening within the next couple of months, which is super exciting. I also had some ideas about like marketing and social media stuff that I will be working on this week, more than likely. And so right now, like I said, am going to try to get some more work done. I have about an hour before I need to get myself ready and get the little one ready for us to go. And so I'm going to see what I can like smash out between now and then. So just to show you all a little bit of like what my setup looks like when I'm writing. So I have the printed version of my book here, and this has my notes and like the notes from my beta readers that I added to this, and just any changes or anything like that that I wanted to make. It's also full of post-it notes that has like big ideas or like more detail that needs to be included within the story. I also typically keep a stack of post-it notes with me. This right now is just tracking like any new chapters or any chapters where I add like major words to. And yeah, and then of course my laptop is sitting in my lap, and then I usually have just like a notebook to jot down like other ideas and different things like that. Right now at the stage that I'm in, it's just a lot of reading and in detail. I am moving things around, I'm adding stuff, and just trying to make the story make more sense to a reader. And so yeah, I do feel pretty good about what I have gotten done today. If I do get enough done during this like hour, maybe like another chapter, then that's probably all I'll do for today, unless I feel pulled to write more tonight, like once the kids go to bed. But I am going to write and see what I get, and then I will be checking in with y'all when I have another update. Okay, so it is a new day, and I realized that I did not update you all yesterday on anything that I did writing wise. So yesterday I did end up writing in total like 3 hours, and I got through one chapter that I had to add information to, and then I started editing a new chapter. And with this chapter that I'm currently working on, it is one that I'm having to not do major changes, but I need to do subtle changes to update just the story in the way that I'm telling it, like in a more cohesive way, and including additional characters. So the next 2 chapters for sure I know are going to be like kind of heavy work loaded chapters. It would be ideal if I could get both of those chapters done today, but we have a lot of stuff to do as a family today. I'm not even going to be home for half the day, so we will see how I feel tonight, like once we're home and settled, if I'm able to switch my mindset over and just hop right in to my writing. I don't know what time looks like. My husband has people coming over to record music. Fun fact, I don't think I've ever mentioned here, my husband makes hip-hop music, and he is actively working on his newest album. And so we're both like on this timeline of who's going to release first. It's probably going to be him because I know my month, but his could be released at any time. He's currently signed to a Nashville label under a 2-song contract. One song is about to be played nationwide. He is trying to figure out what the next song is that he's going to submit to the label for them to, you know, start playing or what have you. So exciting news, but we have a lot of stuff going on today. So hopefully this afternoon I have time and energy to write. I would love to knock out these next 2 chapters. I think that would be like the momentum that I need to get stuff done. So we shall see. So I will update you later on today, and we will see if I get more writing done or what have you. So until then. Okay, it has been 2 days since my last writing update. I have written both days. I am currently stuck in 2 chapters that are somewhat getting an overhaul. One of them I have to make major changes to, the other one like minor changes. And I do think once I get past this, at least I hope once I get past this point, the editing process gets a little bit smoother. Also yesterday, well really like Sunday, I came to the realization I have to start trusting myself and trusting that everything that I'm doing for this story is making it better. One reason why I feel like this deadline in particular has been a bit stressful for me is because I was trying to finish it like 3 weeks before it needed to go to the editor, because I really wanted somebody else to put their eyes on it and read it. And realistically, if there was something major that needed to be changed at that point, I wouldn't really have time because I would only have like a week, maybe two, before it actually needs to go to her. So I wouldn't really have time to make any like major updates. But here's the thing, I've had multiple people tell me that there is no plot holes in my story. Literally, this edit that I'm doing right now is just to add like description and flavor. The story is really what it boils down to. So there's nothing like in the plot that I can screw up, because I'm not changing anything right now. So I'm having to switch my mindset away from like, you need to get this done early so somebody else's eyes can be on it, to, okay, you literally have until April 1st to get this next draft done, and that's just what you need to focus on, and quit stressing yourself out. That's hard. As you know, I'm learning about myself in this writing process that I thrive on the validation that I am doing the right thing and like making the right steps. And I am trying to teach myself that I need to trust what I'm doing and trust that I'm telling the story that needs to be told, and just focus on that. And so that is what I'm doing. So I am truly like telling myself this draft does not have to be done until March 30th, 31st. Is it 31 days? I don't know. Until the end of March, so that I can get this over to my editor April 1st. So that is good news. We shall see. I don't know. It kind of stresses me out. I'm not gonna lie, because it just feels good, like having the idea that I can send it to somebody and they'll read it and they'll say, okay, this is good. Now it's time to go for line edits. And I just don't need to do that anymore. I just need to trust that the story I'm telling is good. So we're learning, we're growing, we're learning and we're growing. Today is the 18th, which means officially my cover artist has, well, she should be going through like the documents or forms that I sent over to her when I started working with her, and start making my cover, which is exciting. So like within the next 7 to 10 days, I could have the first mock-up of my book cover, and oh my gosh, that is crazy. So make sure that you all are, number one, following me on Instagram so that you will see when I do my title reveal and then my cover reveal. And in April, I will be sourcing for my street team. I may post some stuff over here just in case any of my followers are interested in being a part of my street team and helping me like promote the book. And I just can't believe that we are getting to this point. Everything just feels so surreal, because legit in like the next like 4 months, my book is going to be done. And that is just crazy to think about. It is so crazy to think about that, like literally it's 4 years in the making, and I cannot wait to be through this process and get it out into the world. That is my update for now. I am about to get into my night routine. Nashville is supposed to be getting like bad winter storm weather tonight. They have already canceled school for tomorrow. I have not let my child know that yet, because we just need to keep the mindset that we are going to school tomorrow. But yeah, so that is my update for now. I think I will write tonight, but I'm not sure. It just depends on how I feel. So yeah, we shall see. All right, I will update y'all when I have something more to talk about. I have no business being on camera right now, but this is a vlog and I need to show every stage of this process. That was the purpose of me vlogging a week of me writing. Today it just all feels like too much. It's probably the first day in months that I've questioned if I really want to do this. Well, not only if I want to do this, if I can handle doing this. And no, part of it is fear talking. And what's crazy is my fear is not even about what if the outcome is not what I want it to be. The fear is what if my wildest dreams happens, and can I handle that? I did not write yesterday because I just mentally was not there, and I almost committed to not writing tonight because I just didn't have it in me. But I know that if I stop another day, if I take another day's break, it's easier tomorrow to not open my laptop. And I just want to say, sometimes it's hard. It's really hard to believe in yourself, and I'm trying really hard to believe in myself. Today is the first day in a long time that I felt like just quitting. And it's crazy to go from like a super high, and it's crazy that like yesterday, my cover artist is starting on my book cover, and literally a day later, I'm like, do I even want to do this? Can I do this? I've always found joy in things and wanted to pursue things. And then when it gets hard, I stop or I quit and I don't push through. And I'm trying very hard not to allow this to be that type of thing. So I'm going to write, and I'm just going to pray that tomorrow I'm in a happier place, in a more confident place. more confident place to accept my wildest dreams happening. I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay friends, I'm here to close out this video. It has been a couple of days since my last clip and I just hadn't had time to record any updates because we have been just a little bit busy. I just finished editing all my clips and realized that I did not film an outro, but I did want to say that I'm in a much better place than I was in the last point that you saw me, and there's really no other way to describe those emotions other than it's just something that every author goes through. You consistently question not necessarily do you love writing and do you love the idea of making a book, but are you doing the right thing? Is what you are writing actually good? How will people respond and what will the outcome be? And like I said in that clip, I have kind of moved from the place of like fear of failure, because in my brain, I have reprogrammed what failure looks like to me. And it's not, will the masses love my book? Failure for me is not publishing at all. So that's not an option. I know that is to myself that as long as I know that I put everything into this book and I hit publish and, you know, put it out, then that's a success. I have not failed. What I meant by the fear of my wildest dreams coming true is something that I don't think we talk about enough, because, you know, right now when you're writing, of course, you know, you would love for everybody to read your book and for everybody to love your book. But I'm not delusional in the fact of feeling like everybody is going to love the words that I write. I know that the book that I'm writing is an acquired taste and it will find the readers that it's meant for. I'm confident in that. But I won't say that my wildest dreams is not for this book to be uber successful. And with that comes the fear of, oh my gosh, what if this book does become uber successful? Like, how do you cope with that? To think about the chances of this book doing really good and a ton of people reading it, like to think about being able to handle what comes with that. What comes with visibility? What comes with people, you know, analyzing every word in your book? What comes with people analyzing everything that you've ever put on the internet? You know, it's just, that's a lot. And, you know, from the time I started my Bookstagram to the time I started my BookTube channel, and from starting writing this book, I've always had the thought process that I'm going to be as real and authentic as I possibly can, because that's what I would want out of anybody that I'm following. I don't want to follow people being fake, and it's hard not to wonder, like, will people accept you for who you are and not judge you? We know that's unrealistic. So, I mean, I was just feeling a lot of emotions, and I think it's something that's not talked about, that, you know, there is a fear of success. And as somebody who has a history of self-sabotage when things start to look too well, that's something that I'm working through. And, you know, I'm very lucky that I have a personal community that encourages me to keep going and to not listen to the thoughts and to not give up on myself. But everybody doesn't have that. And I'm here to say that if writing brings you joy, if publishing and writing a book is your dream, don't let the outside world affect it. Don't let a failure or a success affect what you do in the end goal, because at the end of the day, it's just a thing. It's whether it fails or whether it succeeds, it's just a thing. You have no control over it. You literally have no control over where your work goes, who likes it, who hates it, who talks about it, who raves about it, who, you know, if a publisher decides to pick it up, if one person reads it versus a million people read it. You have zero control over any of that. The only thing that you can control is the story that you tell. So tell your story. If you have made it this far in the video, leave me a coffee cup because I'm having my morning coffee. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If there's anything in this video that resonated with you, let me know down below. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have hit 500 subscribers. I am overjoyed. I'm thrilled. It's getting me halfway to my goal for this year. And if you enjoy the content that I'm providing here, please share and pass it along to your friends and other bookish buddies so that we can continue to build this bookish community. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.